Tragic.
Off we go.
To fill Xander in yesterday, the power went off in my area because of some
My turn.
Right.
device issues. I think someone ran into a pole. And they said that they needed to turn off my power. So I'm like, well, if my power's gonna be out for 3 hours, I might as well not stream. I'll just go relax and play my Switch. And I'm sitting there in my bed just playing my Switch. The power's still on. I have like the hallway light on so that I know when it's on and when it's off. It never went off. Never went off. I was waiting for Freddy the whole entire time. Never happened.
Awkward.
Very awkward. Anyways, that's my story. Yeah, where the fuck were you last night, Freddy?
Those are sounds.
Imagine that. The other group's already there. Like they are every other time.
It's all of class 7. Again. Wow.
I mean, we're all going to the same place.
I mean, that is true.
Oh, yeah.
In this case, it makes sense. But, like, I love that every time they're shocked.
Lee's just chronically late, which I understand. So, you know, honestly, fair.
I mean, that's a mood.
Oh, you're all here.
Surprise, surprise.
Ready to take off?
Freaking Sharon didn't give me any eclairs again. Ready as will ever be.
All right. Let's get our tickets at the counter then.
Machias, how dare you hide them from me? Well, the capital's only half an hour west, so at least the fare should be cheap. Yeah, because the school doesn't pay for our train tickets.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
Well, that's rude.
Cheap asses. I'm just kidding. They're
Oh.
not the favorite things.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, I forgot that this person's stupidly cheery.
She's super happy in the mornings, yeah.
Let me guess. You're headed to Heimdall this month.
Who would have thought? That's right.
Would like 5 tickets to Heimdall, please.
Coming right up. You know, the Capital Summer Festival is coming up in just 2 days. I'm sure lots of people will be streaming into the capital to celebrate, so be careful out there.
We will. Don't worry.
I'm used to dealing with it.
Yeah, Machias has already started partaking in the eclairs.
Okay, that's 5 passengers headed for Heimdall. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment.
No one should ever be that happy early in the morning.
Yet they exist.
I know. I know people who are, and I'm like, how? See, talk to me again in like 3 hours when I've woken up.
Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop.
Well, at least we won't be waiting long.
There's a train to Heimdall every half hour after all.
So, we're really headed to the capital. I've been there a few times before, but it's still pretty unfamiliar territory.
I've been twice before on family business.
Same here. I know where Lisa's Academy is, but that's about it.
Not to worry. I'll explain more about the city on the way over.
It's a pretty big city, though. I'm not even sure where to start.
You know, my recommendation is to start walking. And you'll find your way. And if not, you'll get lost. And then you'll have an even funner time.
I cannot walk.
You know, I hate how simple you made that, but at the same time, it's too factual to refute it.
It makes too much sense. Like, what else are
I
you gonna
hate
do?
that I can't argue it. I can argue that it's a stupid idea at times because that can be very dangerous.
Yeah, well.
But the logic in it is sounder than I would care to admit.
You mean like the getting lost part?
Yeah, that's not really a... Just walking into a big city and hoping you find your way by walking aimlessly, not
As long as
normally...
you can get unlost, that's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the safest of things in the world.
Nah, there's more dangerous.
I mean, you could walk off a cliff.
Exactly.
I
What
hope
are the
you would-
chances
Not in
of
a
walking
city.
off a cliff?
cliff.
Yeah, exactly. What are the chances of walking off a cliff in the city, though? Like, come on.
I live next to a town named Council Bluffs.
And
You want to guess why it's called Council Bluffs?
Are the
Because the
bluffs
council
inside
lies
the
to
city?
you?
Because it's got
Also,
a
it sounds
bunch.
like it would be-
It's built around and on a bunch of bluffs with very steep drops on a few of them.
It's all a
think-
lie.
I think they need to build a few casinos around your area. Not gonna lie.
Just a few. Technically, what was it 1, 2, 3, and 4? There's 4 of them now.
Good. They understood the
Three-
assignment then.
3 in,
Hmm.
well, 2 in Iowa, 2 on the river, and 1 in Omaha.
I mean, they tried telling them they couldn't do it, but they called their bluff.
You know?
No, actually, they called Nebraska's bluff because Nebraska said you can't do it. So they said, okay, we'll build on Iowa.
You
And then
know?
Iowa said you can't
'Cause
do it. I was
Iowa
like,
cares about
okay, well,
anything fun.
okay, we'll build them on the boats.
Iowa hates all good things.
So we have 2 river boats, one of which is actually still operational. They do actually take it out on tours during the summer. It is still operational riverboat.
Iowa
The other one
also
I don't
hates
think
humans.
is.
Heimdall is, among other things, the capital of this country. Which means it's the home of the reigning emperor, His Majesty Regent Race Arnold III.
Rice.
Whatever.
He wants to enjoy his eclairs, man.
The eclairs are the priority, obviously.
Even children know that. We need useful local knowledge, not a recitation of a travel brochure. Well, Heimdall's divided into 16 main districts. Each district's about as large as a whole town in any of the Empire's provinces. All in all, the city's population hovers around 800,000 people.
Wow. You can hardly imagine that many people all in one place.
It's one of the continent's largest cities, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. Crossbell is known for being a thriving center of trade, but its population is only around 500,000. Meanwhile, to the south, Liberal's capital has about 300,000 people.
The Republic's capital is pretty big, too. But I don't think it's quite as big as Heimdall.
Huh. Really?
What?
Oh, I was just wondering what kinds of tasks we may be asked to do in such an expansive city. I can hardly hazard a guess.
Oh.
Well, we don't know who our point of contact is, or even where we're going to be staying. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up staying in Elliot or Machias' home. I doubt it. My house isn't big enough to put us all up. Machias' dad is the governor, so maybe we're staying in his place.
I think that's even less likely. Dad spends most of his time in his official residence, so not anyone's going to be at our family's place. Instructor Sarah said there'd be a guide of some sort waiting for us at the station, but she didn't mention who.
That's the instructor for you.
Bless.
That's it.
Thank you.
Honestly, she never really tells us anything, does she?
No. Have you just figured this out?
No, it's more of a complaint.
I can't believe our field study dates coincide with the summer festival in Heimdall. I wonder if this is another one of Instructor Sarah's little schemes. I really wouldn't be surprised. Can't wait to see what horrors await us this month. The summer festival certainly seems to have caught your attention, though. Is it really that great? Oh yeah, biggest in the country. For all kinds of exciting events, including loads of music-related things. Really now? That does sound fun. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to drop by your home at some point, too. Who knows? The capital's pretty massive, after all. It's going to be a roll of the dice whether or not we're close enough. I'd really like to see all my friends again, though, if I can. You seem kind of down. Something wrong? No, it's nothing. I mean, going on a field study, not a vacation, right? Can't let ourselves get caught up in the festival atmosphere or we'll wind up with failing marks. I don't know if I've got the willpower to pull that off, though. Well, all we can do is try.
Santa Estrella's girls' school is in the capital, correct? If I'm not mistaken, that's the school your sister attends. Do you think you'll be visiting her?
I might if I get the chance. Last time we saw one another was only a few days ago, though. It'd feel kind of awkward getting to see her so soon.
I suppose it does stand to reason that even siblings would worry about such social faux pas.
Oh yeah, you don't have any brothers and sisters, do you?
I do not. I am an only child. Although I have been asked by some of the girls I know to regard them as my younger sisters. Come to think of it, they're enrolled at St. Estrella as well.
Girls' academies sound like interesting places. Hope Elise doesn't get corrupted by her environment.
Too late.
She's already been corrupted.
You really are a devoted brother. Or rather, you come across as one who's devoted to most anyone, aside from himself.
Oh,
Shots fired.
just called him out. You think so?
I do. Perhaps much of this could have been avoided if I were more like you.
She has got a lot on her mind. If only there was something I could do to help them.
Don't worry, you'll get your chance during this trip.
This one still says in the capital. Be certain won't be staying at my home, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if some of our tasks sent us there.
Yeah, I guess your dad is a pretty busy man, huh? He'd have to be governing a city of the size of Heimdall.
Busy doesn't even begin to describe it. Really has time to come home most days. With all the preparations for the festival, I'd be surprised if we even saw him, much less an opportunity to talk to him.
That would be a shame.
It is what it is. Let's be happy if we're able to fulfill some requests on his behalf so we can lighten his load a bit.
Sure, but we'll all be more happy to help. You and Alien are going to be the stars this time around, after all, so you get to call the shots if you want. It is our hometown.
We'll take charge of things while we're there. At least in terms of city navigation. We'll be able to show you the way to any facilities you need.
Thanks. We'll be counting on you.
Not going to have long to enjoy the journey this time.
Yeah, we're not straying too far from Trista. Do you enjoy traveling then?
Somewhat. We used to travel a lot in the Corps.
I see. You spend a lot of time admiring the view through train windows then?
Sometimes. We traveled in airships and boats, too. But sometimes we were stowed away in the cargo holds, so we couldn't see anything.
It's not like she's deliberately trying to annoy Laura or anything. I don't think Laura actually wants to be irritated by her either. It's gotta be some kind of common ground that helped him get through this.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. I think I've played all these people, haven't I? At this point?
I believe you played them all at least once. By now.
Cool, then I don't need to play Blade. Not that I don't enjoy it, but it's a time sink because I insist on trying to beat them.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This semi-express line is bound for Heimdall.
I read that as Ministry of Rivalries for some reason. And I was like, what's that? Oh, that's railways. That makes more sense.
Our next stop is Heimdall, the terminus of this express line. Please ensure you have all of your belongings with you when disembarking the train.
Phew. Looks like we're almost there.
Indeed. It doesn't feel as though our train ride was all that long.
Well, I know it's just a stone's throw west of Trista.
We could have just gone back to Trista at night.
Well, yes, that's true, but
Yeah, plenty of people commute to work in the capital every day after all. I mean, I commute 30 minutes one way to work. If I'm lucky, it's 30 minutes.
30 minutes is a great time to commute to work. I wish I had that kind of commute.
If I'm lucky, it's 30 minutes. Most of the time, it's 45 or more.
Yep.
I'm saying absolutely nothing about being a work from
Yeah.
home person.
Well,
My commute is 30 seconds.
from the bed to the chair.
I can sometimes commute in 35 minutes, but that depends on
Exactly
everything
on
that I do
time.
that day.
Huh?
Wait, what? You're that
Wait,
Oh,
what?
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mark.
You're from the Railway
hi,
Military
Mark.
Police, if memory serves me correctly.
You're Captain Claire, was it?
That's right. I'm glad you remember me. I believe it's been about 3 months since we last met.
So, this must be the woman the group who went to Keldic encountered.
So this is an officer from the fearsome RMP?
Since you're here, does that mean you're going to be the one assigning our tasks for this month's field study?
No, I'm just here to provide a place for you to talk with the person who is. He should be here any moment now. Ah, here he comes.
Perfect timing.
No way.
Oh, hi.
Papa.
Papa.
Dad?
Papa. It's Dad.
Totally
I've
agrees.
seen him in the
Huh.
Imperial Chronicle before.
Governor Regnitz, one of the reformists' most influential voices.
So this is Machias's father.
This is the first time I've met most of you, so let me introduce myself. I'm Karl Regnitz, Machias's father. I'm the governor of Heimdall and head of the local government. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
Do we have Regnitz? No, he was
We do.
voiced the last time he appeared.
I think so.
Who needs more voices?
Ghost is behind on voices.
Okay, I guess I'll be Governor Regnitz. My, also, that way he doesn't say it wrong. Although we end up talking to
Right.
ourselves all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. My apologies for the location. I would have preferred to brief you in City Hall. But I'm regrettably short on time, so I had to ask the captain here to lend us this room. Anyway, let's move on to confirming your assignments and lodgings.
Hold on a minute. How did you, of all people, end up being the one to sort out our lodgings and tasks? Seems a little too convenient.
Yeah, now that you mention it. If you wouldn't mind us asking, sir, how did you wind up as our point of contact? My apologies. I probably should have explained a little more first. It's actually a very simple reason. I'm here because I sit on Thor's Military Academy's board of directors, like everybody else seems to in this world.
Do you what?
Is Class 7's parents all just on the board of directors? That's why they're Class 7.
Except for Reigns. His is not.
Reins or
Except
not,
from Reigns.
Gaius's
That
aren't.
would be hilarious. That would be hilarious, though, if that was
Gaius
like.
is also art. But that's
That would be
really funny how
hilarious
some of
if
them
that was
are on the board.
Fee doesn't have parents. Laura, we don't know. We
Man,
haven't
way
met
to
her
bring
dad.
the room down there, Ghost. Come on.
Wow.
I'm just going through the list of people. Elliot's, we don't know. Eustace's brother, Emma's, we don't know.
Why do we
About
have
half
to
of them are.
Our parents are on the board of directors. Anyways. You skip past my line.
I legitimately thought you said how.
Nope. Nope. That's fine.
That's not a twitchy. I legitimately thought that she had said it while we were all talking over her. I will defend myself.
First Eustace's brother, then Elise's mother, now Machias's father? It stretches the bounds of imagination to believe the Academy's choice of directors is a mere coincidence.
I can assure you, the three of us didn't arrange for it to be that way. If anything, I was unsure what to do when the Academy first offered the position to me.
The Academy did?
Would I be right in assuming there's some kind of secret reason behind the formation of Class 7? I'm afraid that's not my place to say. Whatever the case may be, I'm the third and final member of the Board of Directors. And that's why I'm the one who's prepared your field study tasks and arranged lodging for all of you.
Unbelievable.
It's all starting to make sense now. Thanks for clearing that up, sir. Anyway, back to what you were saying before. Yes, as I said, I'm short on time, so I'm afraid I'll have to keep this brief. Your field study will take place over 3 days, of which this is the first. As such, the third day will coincide with the start of the summer festival. Each group will be assigned half of the city, and tend to a list of needs I've drawn up for each of you.
So one group will take the eastern half of the city, and the other group the west.
No, they split it north and south. Surprise!
No, even more surprise. It's northeast, and southwest.
It's northwest and southwest.
Northwest.
Fuck off!
The city's big enough that it looks like we'll be working apart, even though we're in the same place.
Indeed. I'm sure you've seen for yourselves how vast it all is. If both groups were to rove around the entire city, you'd have trouble getting anything done. As such, I've broken it down so that all of Group A's tasks cover the area east of Vanqueer Street. All Group B's tasks are focused on the area west of Vanqueer Street. I think it's Vanqueer, I think. Vanqueer. I don't know how to pronounce that name, because I don't know if it's ever said.
Must be an important street.
I believe, insert street name here, is the main thoroughfare that runs through the city, leading to the Imperial Palace. It's French, so I don't know how you pronounce the last of it. Vancure? That could be it.
Oh.
Vancure.
Vancure.
Vancure. It could be Vancure. Like I said, I don't know if it's ever actually pronounced, so I don't know how you actually pronounce
French
it.
people, this is why your language is bullshit. Looking at UEU is what's really messing up. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's the one. As soon as we leave the station, we'll see it stretching out to the north. It's hardly a precise division, but for the purpose of this field study, I'm sure it'll be more than sufficient. Now, I'd like each group to take one of these envelopes. This envelope just like the ones we usually get with our field study itinerary.
But what about this address and key? It's as if they're giving us a room to stay.
Group A, Alto Street. 43221. Group B, Vesta Street. 527 126. Oh, Alto Street. That's around where my family lives. Really? Yep. can't say the address brings any particular place to mind, though.
I seem to remember Vesta Street being a main street on the west side of the city.
Yes, it's a fairly lively working class neighborhood. Dad, are these?
That's right. The addresses of the places you'll be staying while you're here, along with their keys. Both groups will be staying in different places, so I suggest tracking down your lodgings before you start your work. Think of it as a small orienteering exercise to help you get a better feel for the city. Ah, my apologies. I'm afraid I'll have to take my leave now.
Dad?
Preparations for the summer festival have been running from place to place, as you can imagine. I wish I could stay and chat a bit longer, but that's life and politics for you. Oh, and one more thing. Communications functionality of your Arcus has been enabled in the city. Good luck out there.
Wait, hold on just a...
I'm not sure what to make of it all.
Since he's the governor, I was expecting him to seem a lot more strict, but he actually seems more playful.
I feel ashamed you had to see that. He's always been like that, I'm afraid. At least he manages to fill his responsibilities as governor somehow.
Actually, I heard he's extremely good at his job. Coming from the background he does, he's friendly and down to earth, but people say he's a born leader too.
The Imperial Chronicle always paints him in a favorable light as well. I hear he butts heads with the noble faction far less than his fellow reformist Chancellor Osborne.
In politics, a friendly demeanor can be just as easily be an act to sway popular sentiment. After all, there aren't many who can waltz in and borrow meeting space from the RMP. Yes.
Well...
Who was this, D?
That was you.
Was it me? I don't remember what kind of voice I gave her. Fuck.
Sultry, crisp female voice.
The capital is the nexus and the heart of the nation's entire railway network. As such, the railway military police finds itself indebted daily to Governor Regnitz's good graces. This was just an opportunity for us to return the favor, at least a little.
Come on now. Well, thank you for allowing us to use this room for our meeting. We need to get our field study underway, so if you'll excuse us.
Of course. I wish you well in your studies. If you will follow me, I'll escort you to the station's exit.
Why is she not leaving us alone? That's creepy.
Well, I mean, she's escorting you out of their protected area, and I imagine the entrance is probably not that far away from it.
It's probably a courtesy.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
I mean, they're military.
I don't trust
Escorting people around is kind of a thing.
Of course, I treat people at hospital all the time, so I mean, that's fair. Understandable. Anyway, incredible.
So vast.
Man, this is not a realistic city. These streets should be packed. Anyways.
Well, two things. One, cars are not that popular yet.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about crowds.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're not entirely wrong, but rendering.
Yeah, whatever.
The size of the city never ceases to amaze me.
Way too many people.
Accurate.
It only starts to sink in that I'm in the capital after I see an orbital tram zipping along.
Is that what those little train vehicles are?
You'll notice the wheels on the car are moving despite it being in place.
Yep.
I've never had the opportunity to ride one, but I believe they're used to ferry people around the city more easily.
Yeah, they're the main form of public transportation here. They call 16 of the capital's main districts.
They're building a new streetcar here.
There's
It's
something of an icon here in Heimdall.
in a really strange location. Their fare is pretty cheap too, which makes them convenient for getting around. Lots of people use them so often that they just buy a yearly pass. Oh, now the car gets to move.
Amazing! All that and so many orbital cars on the roads too. Is that building off in the distance?
That would be Valflane Palace, residence of His Majesty the Emperor. Although from what I understand, Chancellor Osborne's imperial government is also situated within.
Yes, that's the case. Anyway, I'll be taking my leave here. I wish you the best of luck on your 3 days of field study. Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time to see us off.
Really doesn't seem like an army officer, does she?
Indeed, though the railway military police are known as one of the Imperial Army's most elite divisions.
Not to mention one of the branches most despised by the aristocracy. If a province has a railway, you can virtually guarantee they'll use it as an excuse to meddle in its security affairs.
I've rarely seen them in the Gram. Though, judging by their actions during our encounter in the nature park, they did seem exceptionally well trained.
Yeah, even with this same number of soldiers, they had no trouble rolling right over the provincial army.
And on top of that, the captain is so elegant and pretty. She even looks good in a uniform. Some people have all the luck. It's like she's everything Sarah isn't.
Ooh, shots fired.
You could say that again. Though it seems like those two have more than a little history between them.
They have beef.
Alright. I suppose we ought to get moving then.
Yeah, we'll need to hop on a tram to where our lodgings are and find the addresses we've been given. You've got long 3 hands of dead. Let me try that again. Wow.
What was that? 3 days of
My brain just fully stopped telling my mouth what to say, and it just gave up.
That's called aphasia.
Anyways.
We've got a long 3 days ahead of us, so let's give them our best shot. I keep wanting to add the words in here for some reason.
Let's give them our best shot. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Give me a sec.
Ghosty's not okay.
Ways to die.
So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die.
I've made my new submarine Cyclops thing in Subnautica with this new game I'm playing. SS hashtag not today. Because I am not having it from these fish. Not allowed.
Okay. Sorry, my mom came in. She thought there was a tick crawling across her TV screen. I was like, where is there a tick? Like, why would there be a tick? It's not that warm yet. But she thought she saw something, so I was like, well, next time you see it, here's a napkin. Kill it, I guess. Like, I don't know what else to do. I don't see it there now.
You can count on it.
Fee, Laura, take care of yourselves.
You too.
May the goddess be with you all. Take care.
All right. Bye for now, then. Time to fix the beef between Fee and Laura.
Must cook the beef,
Yes.
and then eat the beef.
Nom 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 nom. Ghost, go.
This eastbound orbital tram will be departing momentarily. All those wishing to board, please do so at this time.
I don't know where
Is
that
that
voice
supposed to be
came
a
from.
Write that
hermit
down on what my
impression?
How about saying, you know, almost Kermit-ish, but
I don't know. It's
No,
just
that's
a.
actually
It was like a
Yeah.
bad Kermit impression.
it was
I wasn't
Kermit
trying
mixed
to
with an
do-
animal.
I wasn't trying to do anything in particular. I was just doing a silly voice.
I can't write down a stupid voice. It's not going to work for my definition of how that voice worked.
You can write
down
bad Kermit.
impression.
I like bad Kermit. Yeah, that worked out well.
I mean, you can call it whatever you want to. I'm probably not going to be able to replicate it if he ever comes back up. Because I just got to pull the voice out of nowhere. I haven't been to the capital in a long time. But I'm always surprised at just how big the street is. Really?
There's nothing special to those who lived here all their lives. But I suppose seeing all the orbital cars and trams to bring along must be a real sight to people from the provinces.
Indeed. Even though in my home province people are depending less and less on horse-drawn carriages, I have never seen so many orbital cars in one place before.
Hell, even here, carriages were the standard up until around 20 years ago. These days, they seem kind of quaint. You never really see them anymore.
The Republic's capital has a lot of cars too, just like this. After that, Crossbell probably has the most.
Oh, really?
You've done a lot of traveling for someone your age. Though I guess when you were in a...
Yeah, Jaeger work takes you places. Angie.
So angry.
Anyway, what's as I choke on my own spit. I'm falling apart over here tonight, guys.
You
Apparently.
coughed. You coughed as if you were Elliot. I'm just saying.
That's because that's the only sound I could get out. I like spit got stuck in the back of my mouth, and the only sound I could get, I was like,
It wasn't it's just
oh.
Gosh.
Oh, man. Anyway, what's Alto Street like? That's where we're staying while we're here, right?
It's
Isn't
probably
that
a pretty
right?
tall street.
Yes.
It's very middle of the road. Isn't that where your house is, Elliot?
Or it could be kind of musical.
Touche.
The odd parts in music, though.
Or the part that's just one note the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty calm street, I guess. I forgot that I speak as Elliot, even though I was just laughing about it. You should be taking it right here. My brain was like, yep, Elliot's talking. Oh wait, that's me. I'm Elliot. I was a little early on the squeaking.
I like trains.
There it is. It definitely is a music-oriented street.
I mean, if you had a street named Alto Street, would you not do something musical with it? Come on.
Probably.
I don't really... That's Machias. I thought that was Reen. My brain did not... I told you, tonight I'm falling apart.
What's happening?
I don't really
She's
find myself
dying.
near Alta Street all that often.
What's happening is that I'm slowly dying because I'm tired for some reason.
Some ways to die.
And I also have
So
to
many
wake up
dumb
at
ways to
6 o'clock in the
die.
morning, so...
Why?
I have to be at work at 7:30 because my
Why?
VP has a meeting at 8:30 that he insists I be there to make sure everything's ready to go. So I have to be there at 7:30 so that he
That's
can
like
run
my
through
hours.
it an hour ahead of time. Yeah. Anyway.
Looks like you live in a nice part of the city, though.
You think? Anyway, we should start looking for where our lodgings are. Oh yeah, Elliot? You live around here, right? Why don't we drop by your house first? What?
Well, that does seem like the natural thing to do.
I kind of want to see it.
Well, it's really near here, but still. I doubt my dad will be in. Not sure if my sis will be either. Yeah, I think you mentioned having an older sister before.
No more reason to pay a visit then, right?
Okay, if you insist. Thanks. Oh, I know what's about to happen. My house is the 2-story place over there with all the flowers over there. I don't know if anyone's home right now, but we can at least have a look. Elliot's dad is fantastic. I love Elliot's dad.
Good.
If I don't remember if his dad is home during this cutscene or not. It's been so long since I was last here that I feel a bit nervous. Don't worry, I know the feeling.
No need for such hand-wringing. It is your home, after all.
I know, but still. Okay, come on in. Wow. It feels like it's been ages since I was home.
So this is Elliot's house.
This is Elliot's sister. I believe.
Do you want to be the... Who needs voices, D?
I'm still behind you by a little bit.
All right, you're the sister.
Is this like a higher voice or like a lower voice?
I I don't remember.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
what
is
her
someone
name
there?
is. I forgot her name. I had to look up her name.
I said this. I'll be with you in just a moment.
I legitimately don't remember what her actual voice is, though. So
Oh, she has red hair. Surprise, surprise. Sorry for the wait. What?
is she?
She looks just like Elliot.
Hi, sis. Home.
Elliot? Elliot!
Whoa.
Writing down her name. Give me a second.
Fiona.
Oh my. It's you. It's really you. I didn't think I'd be able to see you again so soon. Oh, thank the goddess.
Sis, please. Not in front of my classmates. Looks like they get along pretty well.
Yeah, I'm almost jealous.
I'm Elliot's older sister, Fiona Craig.
I like how he's blushing.
I hear you've been saving my brother's skin at school. I'm so glad to finally meet all of you.
Look, it's an older sister's job to embarrass her younger brother.
100% it is.
Actually, Elliot's the one doing the saving most of the time.
Indeed. His attentiveness has proven valuable on many occasions.
Yeah, it has.
Are you blushing?
Of course not. Why would I be?
You must be Reen, Laura, Machias, and B? Now I can see what you meant when you wrote about that you made some really interesting friends. Oh.
Including some that were bunny ears for some unknown reason. Yeah. You're not teaching any piano classes today?
As it so happens, I have the day off. And none of the children have come by either, so you picked a good time to visit.
Oh, you teach piano here at home?
Elliot's in the wind orchestra at the academy, too.
Anyone want to take a guess what female piano player he looked up to?
Gee, I wonder.
Is everyone in this family a musician?
Well, almost. My dad's not really the musical type.
couldn't carry a tune in a wheelbarrow. I'd love the chance to go to a concert as a family once in a while. But he's so busy with work that he rarely has a chance to come home and see us.
What does your dad do anyway?
That's my question.
Well...
Oh, have you not told them? Now that you mention it, I don't recall you ever saying.
Was it something secret you can't talk about? Oh, no, nothing like that. He's in the Imperial Army.
The Imperial Army? Really?
Yeah. Probably no way you'd guess that looking at me, right? I didn't exactly inherit his physique. You've got a point. But man, the last name Craig in the army sounds really familiar.
Wait. Your father wouldn't happen to be Olaf Craig, would he? The Olaf Craig, decorated Lieutenant General of Airborne's Armed Forces?
That's our dad, all right.
I think I've heard of him.
Many consider him the most formidable general in the Imperial Army. And he's known more widely around the Empire simply as Craig the Red. He leads the 4th Armored Division, which boasts the greatest firepower in the entire armed forces. I read about him in the research I did before entering the academy, but I never put 2 and 2 together when I met Elliot.
Come to think of it, doesn't Instructor Neidhart come from the 4th Division? Armored Division 2? It kind of threw me when I saw Elliot just casually chatting with him a while ago. But now I can see how you'd wind up talking to him outside of class.
He's like an uncle!
Wow.
Oh, did you see that? Yeah, I met him through my dad before coming to the academy. Well, I'm not surprised you didn't make me his Olaf Craig's son. I was kinda hoping you wouldn't find out.
Elliot?
Elliot, everyone's gonna find out about everyone's family. Like,
You're right.
there's no
Well,
secrets
yeah, but-
here.
Right,
There are
there's
no
hiding.
secrets here.
Correct.
Class
But it
7
was
is
one
gonna
of those
share all
things of-
eventually.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where, like, he was like, because of the nickname Craig the Red, and having the, like, being the topmost general and being in charge of the most firepower in the entire Imperial Army, he's like, I'd rather not be associated with that if I could, thanks.
Yeah, but he should know that there are no secrets in Class 7.
Yeah, you know, they really should. Laura, just like Laura and Fee should also know that Rena's gonna find a way to fix the two of them.
Oh yeah, their beef is gonna be solved during this trip.
Yeah, 100%. But, you know, it's the same thing with Elliot. He was just hoping they wouldn't find out, even though they always will.
I already hummed.
I know, I was just gonna say, look just to the left of Elliot's head.
Sound of music.
Uh-huh. A fun little thing.
Also a French horn.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Doesn't take a psychic to see there's something going on there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make things all awkward like this. Just don't worry about it. Oh, right. Do you know any of the hotels around here, Fiona? We've got an address for where we're staying in. It's apparently around here, but I have no clue where it actually is.
What? You're not staying here?
Well, we are in town for a field study. Besides, there are enough beds here for all of us.
But it's been so long since I last saw you. I guess you finally reached that age when it's not cool to give your sis big hugs anymore. feel a little sad, but I guess we all grow up. I'll still be watching over you, though.
I love the shit she's giving him.
Sis, please.
His sister seems to be even more attached to him than he is to her. Still, that's kind of strange. There aren't any hotels in this area, at least not that I know of.
Huh?
None at all.
Perhaps my father gave us the wrong address?
But your father doesn't seem like the type to make such a careless mistake. I'm not 100% sure, but... Can you show me the address he gave you?
Oh, sure thing. It's written right here. Right here in the memo.
Oh, I think I know where this is. Isn't this where the old Bracer Guild used to be?
Oh.
A guild branch?
Are you sure?
It's as if they're trying to revive the Bracer Guild in Arabonia. I mean, what?
What? Yeah, an old friend of mine used to work there. Though we've been out of touch for a while now. Was it Cassius Bright?
No, I think it's the guy that we saw during chapter 1.
I know, but I couldn't help myself.
Really? I had no idea. When did Cassius Bright come here? Technically speaking, remember, he was in the Empire during the Laverl incident. It would not be impossible. I don't think
he would be part of the Bracer Guild branch at that time. I think he was part of the military, so...
No, he was here as a Bracer. That during the first part,
kid, yeah.
When Estelle was just becoming a Bracer, he left to go help the Empire because Ouroboros took them away and intentionally made him have to go to the Empire.
Maybe. Everyone knows Estelle's dad, so it's a possibility.
Uh-huh, exactly.
Bracers, huh?
Still. I'm baffled as to why my father would choose to put us up in an old guild house.
Well, we should at least go have a look for ourselves. You know the way, Elliot?
It's as if they want us to be bracers.
I think so. It should be just down the road from here.
Aw, I was hoping you'd stay a bit longer, but as you have things to do, I'll just sit here alone. It'd make my day if you dropped by for meals while you're here, though. I'd be more than happy to cook for you all.
That sounds great. What do you guys think?
Well, there won't be any trouble.
I'm not gonna turn home.
What were those words?
Turned down for what? I'm not going to turn down home cooking. Why was that so hard for me to say?
I think after this cutscene we call it.
I'm going to agree, because I can't read tonight, apparently.
See, even Fee agrees. I'm in.
That's the spirit. I'll be sure to treat you to the very best I can whip up this evening. So make sure you get plenty done today and work up a real appetite. It seems we have more than just the festival to look forward to now.
You said it. Alright, let's head on over to the guild. Okay. Saving sounds like a good idea. Wow. I don't know why I can't talk, apparently.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. I appreciate you. We will be back tomorrow with D&D versus Strahd. We will see you next time. Bye.